Hello and welcome back to the Reset episode 89 with me, Sean Tucker. How do you get better at anything you do in life? You do this one thing and it will take care of all things. What is that one thing? Wait for it. It is focus. Where your focus goes, energy flows. And guess what kind of market we live in right now? What kind of economy we live in? We live in an attention economy. We live in a consumption attention economy. What does that mean? Everyone is trying to steal your attention. They're trying to steal your focus. Because where they have your focus is where your energy is. It's where your money is. And this is the thing that's lacking right now for you in every single aspect of your life. Because if you make your focus in one direction, things will start changing for you. You'll start aligning on the path that is yours. You won't be filling the cup of others before your own. You'll fill your own and then let that overflow fill theirs. The trouble is right now, you are pulled in so many different directions. Most are unconscious. Most you're unaware of. But if you took an audit of how much time you spend even on your phone in a single day, you'll start to notice patterns. You'll start to notice where you're consuming, where your attention is being driven, and where your focus is leaking. So in today's episode, I'm going to give you some tips on what I do to bring my focus back online, because there is this thing called flow. And when you access flow within yourself, what happens? Focus naturally happens. And one comes before the other, perhaps, I don't know. But when you have focus and flow, what was it being executed in maybe weeks or years before is now executed in hours, minutes, because you're able to really narrow the focus on what it is that you're trying to achieve. And your execution game is on point. So do you really need more time and more energy, or do you just need more focus? So my first tip for becoming more focused is something that I guess most people have been doing these days, or a lot of people have been trying, and that is meditation. Meditation is a powerful way to really get your mind focused on something. Because when you sit there and you're doing a form of meditation, it may be a form of yoga, whatever it is, holding a posture, focusing your attention on something, emptying your mind, which brings a whole different level of meditation. These things will strengthen the muscle of focus, the muscle of attention, where you hold your attention. So if you're not practicing meditation, I actually have 5 breath works that drop you into deep meditative states that I will give you for free if you see this and you comment breath work. I'll give you a 5-part playlist used at different times. One's for a meeting, one's for sleeping, and the others are for attention and relaxation and balance. If you comment the word breathwork wherever you see this, I will send it your way. That is the first one. Number 2, it's really simple as well. Look at the environment that you're in. Is it conducive for your focus? If you opened up your Explorer, your browser on your computer right now, how many tabs would you have open? Is it 1 tab? Is it 2 tabs? Is it 10 tabs? Is it 20 tabs? Right now, I can tell you, I've been unfocused because I've got about 20 tabs open on my browser. Before last week, I had 2 browsers with probably 20 tabs each open. That's crazy bananas. Because what happens when you switch your focus from one thing to another is you lose traction. You have to kind of catch up on what you were doing on that task. And that actually loses a lot of your energy. It leaks it out. So that is the second thing, is look at your environment. Where is it not simple? Where is it unfocused? Where is it not allowing you to really put your attention and focus in one direction? Number three, this one is a little bit more complex, but will really help when you're dialing things in really quickly. So this one isn't immediate and you won't notice it straight away, but hydration, not just water. I'm talking about full level hydration. I'm not talking about caffeine. I'm talking about minerals in water that are of similar balance or similar ratio to what you find in the human body. So what I'm actually thinking of is something like a really high quality water, perhaps even mineral water that come from mineral springs that you drink, and essentially it's in similar ratio to the human body, to the water that's found in the human body. That over time will rebuild your stores in your body, your mineral stores. And gradually you'll find that you'll have more energy that you can actually use and pull to focus in that direction. What's ironic? Hello, Marty. By the way, I've never introduced you to my dog. This is Marty, my 46 kilo greyhound, who loves to disturb me around this time because he wants to go for his WALK. And if you don't know what that is, just type WALK into your Google and search for it. Anyways, so the 3 things are probably taking away your focus. Number 1 would be caffeine or caffeinated beverages. So the quality of food that you eat also weighs in on this. So this is kind of 1 and 2. Number 1 is definitely caffeine. So if you're finding that you're using caffeine and you're really using it in a way that kind of feels like you're being more focused, it's probably actually taking away your focus. And you might be using it as a distractor or a procrastination tool to think you're getting more focused. The second one, number 2, is probably more to do with your food consumption and sugary foods. So when you are eating foods that aren't nutrient and micronutrient dense, what ends up happening is you have cheap access, or you have access to cheap energy. So things that are already in a sugar or a glucose form, very cheap energy. When strategically used for body composition and fat loss, fantastic. If it's used in the right way, it's really great. But if you're using it for brain power and focus, it's probably not going to help. It's probably not going to help. There are times I absolutely still love sugar and chocolate and those kind of things, and I still drink coffee. So I'm by no means perfect on this recommendation list. But if you do put these things in place, you will notice a huge difference in your energy and your focus. The third thing I would take away is, this one's really hard, but really simple in context. Remove your phone from your bedroom. Take away your phone as being your alarm clock, and do not touch your phone for the first 30 minutes, at least, ideally 1 hour or more, when you wake up. Because what happens to your attention and focus when you are first in the morning and you look at your phone, you open your phone, is it will just be fed whatever is open, whatever stressful emails you look at, whatever social media algorithm is feeding you, whatever it is, you're really taking a gamble that it may stimulate your dopamine or it could actually stimulate your cortisol and your adrenaline. Because when you've just woken up, you're most likely coming out of a deeper brainwave state, like probably a theta, and waking consciousness is probably in beta. So theta and alpha, you might even came out of a delta, depending on when your alarm wake you up. But what happens in those first 30 to 60 minutes when you're waking up, you're in a kind of meditative state. And if you're feeding yourself, taking a roll of the dice and feeding yourself stuff that your phone is showing you, which is outside of your control, really, what that will do to your mental state and your overall emotional state is you're playing roulette, you're rolling the dice, you're really taking a gamble because it can stimulate your cortisol and adrenaline, or it can make you feel more relaxed. But chances are, most media is pretty negative. Chances are it's going to feed your stress hormones more than it's going to feed your relaxation hormones. So they're just some of the things that I would do to really navigate and, I guess, help my focus and attention become within my control. That's what I would do. So if you found today's episode to be helpful for you, all I would love for you to do is share it with just one person. It's how we grow the show, and I look forward so much to seeing you in tomorrow's episode. Thanks for tuning in.